Hey there, expecting mamas? Today I'm diving into a topic that has puzzled many of us. Is it implantation bleeding or your period? Let's find out. First things first, what exactly is implantation bleeding? Well, it's a light spotting or bleeding that happens in some people 10 to 14 days after they conceive. Don't worry, it's not dangerous and doesn't need any treatment. So why does this happen? When a fertilized egg implants itself into the lining of the uterus, it can cause some small blood vessels to break, leading to a bit of spotting. Now, let's talk symptoms. Implantation bleeding is usually lighter than a period and only lasts for a day or two. The blood might be pink or brown, and you might have some mild cramping. Wondering how common this is? Implantation bleeding is actually a common early sign of pregnancy and happens in up to 25% of pregnant people. But how do you tell the difference between implantation bleeding and your period? Here are a few tips. Firstly, the amount of bleeding. Implantation bleeding is usually much lighter than a period. You might only notice it when you wipe after using the toilet. Secondly, the color. Implantation bleeding is often pink or brown, while menstrual bleeding is usually red. Thirdly, the length. Implantation bleeding typically only lasts for a day or two, whereas your period usually lasts for several days. And finally, timing. Implantation bleeding can happen a few days before your expected period, while your period usually arrives on time. If you're still unsure whether it's implantation bleeding or your period, it's always best to take a home pregnancy test. You can also see your doctor to get a blood test for a more accurate result. A few additional things to keep in mind. Not everyone experiences implantation bleeding. It can be mistaken for a light period. And remember, it's not a cause for concern. If you have any worries or questions about implantation bleeding, make sure to talk to your doctor. All right, mamas, hope that clears things up. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more pregnancy tips and insights. Take care and see you in the next video.